Happy Solar Sunday, everybody. It's Jaime Greene, the Solar Queen, and it is Sunday. I can't believe it's already, I don't even remember what weekend we're in, but it's the middle of June. And summer is almost here. I think next week is when summer is starting. So I just wanted to come on live to do my Solar Sunday show, and the topic of conversation for today's show is, what if you live in an HOA? Can you go solar? So that's what I'm going to be discussing today. And if you are watching this on the replay, please let me know in the comments, #replay. And if you want to share this out, I would appreciate it. So go ahead and share this out to anyone that's interested in solar, or anyone that belongs to an HOA and is uncertain if they can get solar. So I'm going to go over how all that works. Firstly, there is no HOA that is allowed to prevent a homeowner from going solar. The people that might not be able to go solar are people that belong to like a condo association. And that might be because, hi, Scott, happy Sunday to you. Thank you for chiming in and commenting. If you have any questions about solar or HOAs, please feel free to put them in the comments and I'll answer them live on the show. So HOAs can't prohibit or prevent you from going solar, especially if you live in a single family home, or sometimes it gets tricky with lenders, solar lenders, in what kind of homes that they'll cover. And it all depends on the roof, who owns the roof, who's responsible for the roof, like if you're in a condo or a townhouse, those type of homeowners associations might have special rules pertaining to that. And also lenders might not lend to certain homeowners that live in those type of dwellings, just because of the risk of just the nature and the way that home is constructed. So typically speaking, if you live in a house that is a single family dwelling, it's on its own property and everything, if you belong to an HOA, they can't prevent you from going solar. They may have rules in their CCAs, and you'll just have to get a copy of those and find out what is it that the HOA requires. Some of them might say you can't have them on the front of the street facing roof plane. And if you are street facing and you are, south facing, street facing, so meaning the perfect location for solar panels to go onto your home, sometimes the HOA will not allow you to do that unless going to other planes of the roof causes your solar project to be 10% or more in cost. So find out exactly what those rules are. And if that's the case, if you have a true south like facing roof, and going to the north is going to cause you to add so many more panels and make your solar system cost so much more, you could take those proposals to your HOA and say, I want to go solar. If I go solar and follow the rules of the HOA, then it's going to cost me X amount of dollars more just by going to the north. And truly, truly, you don't want to go to the north side unless you absolutely, absolutely have to. There are reverse tilt kits that can be installed. Not all solar companies install those, but I've seen them where, it'll, instead of, let's see, like this is the peak of the house, and say this is the north side, they have, how am I going to do this? They're going to have like a reverse tilt, and then install the panels on this part, so that though you can't see them from maybe so much from the street, but at least you're going to get south-facing solar panels. But most HOAs, some of them have those rules, but I think a lot of them are being challenged because the cost of electricity just continues to skyrocket, whereas the cost of solar is so much more affordable than your sticking with your utility company, especially if you live in California. Not all states have expensive electricity like we do, but on average, the cost per kilowatt hour is about when you average the two tiers, it's about 28 cents a kilowatt hour that I am seeing consistently for every homeowner. And with solar, it's just so much more affordable. I can't give you the exact kilowatt hour per kilowatt hour rate for the show, except for maybe, on average, it should be 15 to 16 cents. It all depends on what makes up your solar system, what kind of roof you have. Do you need a main panel upgrade? Do you are you getting a battery? Because if you get a battery, it's going to add to the cost. But when it's just straight up solar and financed, it should not be more than it should be right around that amount. And it also depends on how, are you doing a 10-year loan? Are you doing a 20-year loan? Are you doing a 25-year loan? Or are you doing a 30-year loan? They're starting to come out with 30-year loans, which, hey, why not? Especially if you're planning on being in your house and you can pay it off early and all that good stuff. But HOAs cannot prevent you from going solar. If they require you to go to the north side and it's X amount percentage more than if you were to go on the south facing, they may take consideration for that if you can prove it with a proposal. The other things that HOAs will require a lot of homeowners to do is to get the architectural designs from the solar installation company to then present to the board to approve. And that's very, very common. So when you go solar, you're going to want to find out all of your rules. You're going to want to let your solar installation company know that you belong to an HOA, because that can stop the project. And we don't want that to happen. We want the project to continue moving forward and not be further delayed just because we forgot that, your solar profession, the solar person that's helping you go solar, your solar consultant should know to ask that question. If they don't ask that question and you belong to an HOA, just let them know so that they can make sure they get the right paperwork to your HOA, which is usually the drawing, the design. The other thing that HOAs will make the homeowners do oftentimes is there's a form where they have to kind of go around to 3 or 4 neighbors and get signed off and get their approval to make sure that they are okay with you going solar. This might also be an opportunity for you as the homeowner of part of an HOA to, because a lot of solar companies offer referrals to people who refer business to that solar company. I offer referrals. So if somebody's gone solar or knows somebody who wants solar and you make the introduction and they go solar, I pay a referral fee out to that person. It's really exciting. I love doing that because it's a connection or somebody I didn't know who was interested in solar. I wouldn't have otherwise been connected with them unless someone I knew was referring them. So I want to reward people who refer. So that might be an opportunity to talk to your neighbors about going solar and having them go solar with you at the same time, and you can collect that referral. Why not do that? And why not have more people go solar and help our planet and save money? So it's a form. Oftentimes you have to go at least to 3 neighbors, the one in front of you, the ones to the side, to the ones across the street and in front of you, and to the sides are usually the ones that have to sign off on that. So again, you're going to have to fill out a form, get your neighbor's permission. You're going to have to ask the solar installation company to provide you with those engineer drawings to then give to the board and have them sign off on everything. The other thing that HOAs sometimes require is for the conduit to be painted the color of the siding of the house or of the roof. So depending on where the conduit runs, and most people don't want conduit showing on their roof, but if it in the rare cases that it does, you can have it painted. A lot of times HOAs will require that to be painted to match the color of your shingles and to match the color of your house so that it's not an eyesore, it's not sticking out. They just want, a lot of HOAs are there to make the community look uniform or look presentable at all times and whatnot. So those are other things that the HOA may also require. They may also require to know what kind of modules or the manufacturer of the modules and the inverters. And if you're getting a battery, they might want to know that as well. So once again, neighbors' consent or signing off. It's a form that you would have, the HOA would provide you. Your HOA may require the engineered drawings to be submitted for them to approve. And then they also may require the solar company to paint the conduit the color of the shingles or tile of the roof, or your roof and the siding on your house. So those are the things that HOAs typically require. And if you belong to an HOA and you're on the board of the HOA and you want to see more of your homeowners go solar, and perhaps that south facing or street facing solar panels not being allowed, maybe you can talk to them and convince them to let them go south facing. HOAs in Arizona can't block solar. Yeah, they can't. No one really can. I would say the only thing, Steve, for that is if a homeowner belongs to a condo or a townhouse and they have an HOA, they usually, condo HOAs may block it only because they all share a roof. They may share a roof, and if the solar array is too big and goes over into the neighbor's roof, that might be an issue. So that's kind of where I've seen it get sticky or get complicated with HOAs. And then the other part is with the lenders. Some lenders won't finance solar projects if it's with a condo or townhouse. Usually not townhouse. I've seen townhouses are okay, but your solar consultant will be able to tell you and advise you, homeowners that are watching this, whether or not the lender will lend to condos and townhouses. So every lender's different, have different rules and everything. So that is it for my show today, guys. It's really, really simple, just going over the HOA stuff, what's required. Again, share this out to anyone who belongs to an HOA who might be interested in solar but didn't think they could go solar because they're a part of an HOA. They can't stop you from going solar. So that's the good news. And all the things that are required, usually the standard requirements from the HOA. And so that you're ready. So there you have it, guys. If you have any questions about solar, or you're interested in solar for your home, go to JamieGreene, there's a short little video about solar there, and you can fill out a form or fill out put your name and email there. And then the next page will take you to a form just to share a little bit about your house and how it's made up and how much you're spending a month. And then you can also book an appointment with me there. So go to JamieGreenTheSolarQueen.com, or you can always message me on Facebook, on Instagram. You can send me a message there. And if you're watching on YouTube, go to my website and fill out the form there. So that's it, guys. If you have, let's see, what was I going to say? I don't remember what I was going to say, but that's it. JamieGreenTheSolarQueen.com. Share this out, and thanks so much for watching. Have a great rest of your Sunday and make it a great week. Take care, guys.